What up, everybody? My name's Impractical, and welcome back to Sonic Speed Simulator. Today, we're going to be discussing the LEGO event. That's right, the event that's going to be taking over the entire month of August. It's pretty huge, especially to see how this was revealed and thrown out there. There's so much to discuss. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Primero me gustaría dar las gracias a Wilco. Le envié un mensaje pidiendo permiso para usar parte de su video y no tuvo ningún problema en que lo usara. So this is a crazy way for me to show you guys that, yeah, I speak Spanish. I'm Puerto Rican, bilingual, so this is nothing, well, if a lot of you have been on my streams, it's not really that surprising. But it was kind of surprising for many, and especially when I reached out to Wilco, his mod team helped me out a lot to get in contact with him. No joke, I only waited a day and I got permission to use part of his video for this video so I can give an explanation on the event. And that kind of just opened the floodgates where other members in the Sonic Speed Simulator community, mostly on the Latin side, were able to just reach out, started messaging me, telling me more about the event, information I don't know, including some leakers. So I was kind of surprised by all that. No leaks are going to be going over this video. All right, time to answer those DM questions, which is like, why didn't my favorite Sonic Speed tuber cover the game? Why weren't they given early access to show the skins? This makes no sense. Guys, come on. This is, I think I'm the only one not considered a Sonic Speed Simulator tuber, because like I cover the game a lot, but I also don't glaze the game and I tell it like it is. I think a lot of you guys use my platform for that, and I do appreciate that. But let me explain this. GameFam did a smart move. This is marketing, guys. This is advertisement. That's all it is. Sonic Speed Simulator, this is on Rollamon at the moment. It's been on a decline. We're talking like players dropping down like flies. It's crazy. So here's the peak. Right here is a peak of 13,000 players on June 29th. Cool. Now, here's the next peak. 13,000 players on August 2nd. Are you telling me for an entire month this game has been hitting on average almost 6,000 players regardless of the updates? It's pretty crazy that the game is going downwards. Like, it's trending down for player activity, it's trending down for a lot of things, and it is super scary because, you know, it does have concern for the longevity of the game. Now, what does that have to do with Sonic Speed Simulator tubers not getting the early access to the games? Well, they're gonna advertise the game regardless. This is what their channel is. They're not gonna go do something else. No, they're gonna continue covering the game, and them covering is only covering the concurrent player base. So that's only covering these players. That's fine. But when you have a YouTuber with 1 million subs, and of course they don't cover or play your game at all, it is their first time playing the game, that means it is the first time for them showing it and giving their reaction to their audience. These sponsored videos make perfect sense because this is a way for them to bring in new players into the game. That's it. If you guys ever watched the videos, you notice they never bothered completing the event. They already had the skins. They were just showcasing things to drive interest. And what happened after that? A bunch of Sonic Speed tubers took those videos, screenshots, and started talking about it. So again, you guys did the job for them. There's no need for them to give you or give anyone anything if you're gonna cover it regardless. So that's the humor here in this thing. And it's pretty interesting, but it is a smart move on their part because, again, we have been on a decline. And so hopefully this brings new players because, look, we got 13,000 again on August 2nd at the start of this brick event, and it's been going well so far. But Impractical, they said they were going to give us Amy if we got, like, I don't know, million cajillion bricks collected, but we saw Amy was already there. So why were they doing it? Guys, it's easy to explain this. Again, this is a marketing strategy. Like I said, the game has been on decline. So not only are they trying to bring in new players to the game, increase the player count, they're also trying to increase player play time and activity in the game. So by saying that they're going to put it as a reward, even though these models were already done and already planned to be put in the game regardless of this milestone, it made sense because they wanted to keep players playing as actively as they can throughout the week. Now, does that mean that we should ignore this entirely? No, because for some reason they could cook something up last minute as an additional reward that we may not know about. Again, these are things that, well, this is things that any game developer, publisher will do to make sure they have a lot of players playing their game as much as possible. So again, not a surprising move on their part. Was it a little deceptive? Yeah, it kind of felt deceptive, but that is marketing, and marketing tends to have a lot of deception just to get people to come and play and make purchases. That's the reality of the situation on that one. Now let's take a look at Wilco's video. Wilco is right now showcasing the event. On screen we can see the hub placement for the event as well as the ATV and the event itself. Now we're going to take a quick pause so we can actually see and break down what this event can. So let's take a close look at this screen grab of the event. We can see that we got ourselves the first, which is collect 10,000 Lego Anillos, which is basically rings. We're going to be collecting 10,000 Lego rings. Now we do have 4 events after that, but the rewards again are pretty interesting because they are Omochaos, Tails Blur Trail, another set of Omochaos, and Sonic Blur Trail as well. Now the key rewards that everybody's going to be, of course, after and wanting to get is Lego Tails and Lego Sonic. I really wish there were other rewards or maybe Lego versions of Chows instead of the regular Omochaos. That would have been more interesting to see for this. But as you guys can see, they're continuing with that whole, hey, we're not going to reveal the next event until you complete the first one or the previous one. All right, let's take a real deep look into this event. As you guys can see, currently I'm in sonicstadium.org. I'm in their news tab. Link will be in the description for this webpage. But they laid out the entirety of the Lego event for this whole month, which is pretty crazy. Week 2, which is what we're covering right now, where Wilco is currently playing, is the Explored Lego Brick Hill Zone. And I think, honestly, they really did just leak this whole thing. Because if you look at it, they laid out 5 tasks, which is collect Lego rings, grind on rails, find golden bricks, build Lego structures, and defeat Lego badniks. And then there's the and more to complete task, but honestly, this looks like a throwaway line because they just basically spilled the entire event. I guess that's how it works nowadays. This is a really interesting thing to see them actually just tell us what we're gonna have and what to expect instead of normally surprising us. But again, this could be because they're trying to drum up interest in the game and get more players to come in and actively play. Now, again, we can assume that we already know it's 10,000 Lego rings, grind rails. Let's just assume it's 100 and 200,000. Find golden bricks. They probably will make us do, I don't know, 100 or 2. Build Lego structures. That's a new one. I don't know how many that would be, but we can probably take a guess. And defeat Lego badniks. Why not make it 500? We've had events similar in structure to this, so we can guess how much of this we will have to do. Now, it's obvious that if you want to use event chows, they'll work with the rings, they'll work on the bricks, and then Lego badniks most likely. Grind rails, use Grind Chew Sonic. That's pretty much it, really. Or they could just make sure none of the stuff works and we take a while to actually complete this event, like a long while, which is pretty crazy. Now, if you guys want to check out Wilco's video, it will be in the link in the description, but basically he does spend some time exploring Green Hill and then trying to collect some red bricks. Again, you could tell this is just advertisement showing the game off, and we can see the menu and see, well, his inventory is full of every single Lego skin that will be coming into the game, including the aforementioned Amy, who, well, we had to do a reward to get. So this is pretty interesting to see, especially the characters, because he does showcase himself playing with each and every single one, so we can see their individual animations. And I gotta say, they do look really cool to play with. I know a lot of folks are kind of hopeful about Amy's hammer because she is seen holding it, but in my honest opinion, Amy's hammers could be the same as, well, Whisper's Wispion weapon, which is basically, it's just a cosmetic item. It's just there for show and doesn't really serve a purpose or provide a new ability in the game. That might be the actual thing. I just hope I'm wrong on that one and it does offer an ability, but if not, it's still cool to have it on the character. Now we do get to see Lego Brick Hill. It looks amazing. I love the structure, the size of the world, and I can't wait to get a couple of good screen grabs of me playing this event out. Now, again, we get a good look at badniks in the area. We can see what the Lego rings will look like. You get yourself a pretty good idea of how this all will play out. So let's take a look at all the rewards we're going to get for this entire event throughout the month of August. For week 1's reward, you can get yourself the secret brick badge. It says collect ? Bricks. The actual number is 500. All you need to do is collect 500 bricks so you can get awarded this badge. You should see me getting the reward on screen once I hit 500. Week 2, we will be getting ourselves Tails and Sonic as our rewards, and you guys already seen them showcased in the video by Wilco. Now, Week 3 is what I am really hyped about. I'm going to be honest, because this one is all new. What I mean by that is we're getting possibly a brand new vehicle type, which is Eggman's mech suit. Again, we don't know what it'll look like or how it would operate, but I am hopeful that it will operate completely differently from all the other vehicle types that we have in the game so far, and I'm really excited for it because it introduces a new time attack mode, which I assume is us destroying as many badniks within the time or completing certain objectives within a certain amount of time. Either way, pretty hyped for this event because Week 3 is looking really stacked because the rewards are the Egg Mech suit, Metal Sonic figure, and also the Shadow figure himself. Now, what makes this even more interesting is that there's additional rewards of color variants for the mech suit. So I can't wait for Week 3. I am really hyped for it. Now, Week 4 is the final week, and we get ourselves Knuckles' mech suit and Knuckles himself. Again, pretty exciting to see that we're getting so many skins dropped this month, and especially with something new like a brand new world and possibly new mechanics. As for Lego Amy, since she was a milestone task for the bricks, I'm not sure when they're going to give her to us. It could be they're giving to us in the beginning of this week or at the end. Who knows? But we did meet the milestone requirements to unlock her, so we should be getting her pretty soon. And that's a wrap. That's right. We covered everything. We have the entire event spilled to us. It's pretty crazy. I'm going to be honest. I don't even know what the mystery reward is. Nobody could tell me, not even those leakers, and anything they leaked to me, I'm not gonna spill the beans on because honestly, I need pictures, images, and videos to believe it. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna take somebody's message for it, but yeah, this whole event, the way things are playing out, it's pretty interesting to see. The fact that everything is spilled, the fact there is not much of a surprise left. If there is a surprise, I feel like it would be kind of underwhelming. But I do hope the best for this event because honestly, I could tell that they really are putting a lot on this, and I'm excited for it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear from you. How you guys feel about the event? How do you feel how we had everything spilled, the structure? How do you feel about my explanation for the well, obviously the YouTubers that are not SpeedTubers covering the game? Let me know your thoughts. I'm really interested to hear from you. And of course, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, don't forget to subscribe and like the video, please. It does help a lot. And until then, I'll see you guys this Saturday. I will be streaming the event, but I'll be completing it because honestly, all these tasks are going to take me less than 30 minutes and the video should go out within 40 minutes of the event dropping. Honestly, let's be real. I'll be that fast about it. So I'll see you guys this Saturday with the updates, the stats, and everything you need to know about the event. Until then, I'll just see you guys this Saturday for the live stream. Take care, stay safe, and keep grinding out those bricks because I'm going to go collect about another 5,000 more right now.